first specialist, youngest title holder, ambiance of Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Ajo, c'est à Sam. Yokumio, okay, okay, from where Lucas the light the beginning of Yanga Tomato. Ajo. Siena Karogo, Siena Karogo, Siena Karogo, Siena Karogo, Solange Bini, Bunano way, Okajenta, Bunano way, Okajenta, Okamai Ojo, Okajenta, Bunano way, Okajenta, Sean, Tabi Baby Nasarakase, Siena Karo, Roger Kublenkobu, Siena Karo, Sobokanyo Kanka, Siena Sabini, Ajoka Karuje, Siena Karo, Siena Karo, Baby Nasarakase, Siena Karo, Sobokanyo Kanka, Siena Karo, Soboka Karuje, Siena Karo, Magnaro Flores, Openacho, Siena Karo, Baby Siena Karo, Siena
Get Now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Hey.
Career as a Linux system administrator with an average salary of $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Dynamic Tech Academy has transformed many lives for the better through our 6-month Linux program. We are so excited to announce that we are adding DevOps course and Red Hat certification at no charge, which will make students more competitive. Over 80% of our students have no prior IT background, yet vast majority of alumni land jobs in 3 to 6 months after they start applying. Our ultimate goal is to reach 100% student employment, so we work with every student until he or she gets a job. Upon successful completion of the course, we will provide resume building, interview preparation, and job placement assistance. With the Linux course, you get more than 300 hours of in-depth training, and you get to learn from experienced instructors. By the end of the program, our students can be Red Hat certified if they choose. Our alumni work in companies, both government and private companies in the USA, Canada, and even Europe. Want to learn more about the program? You can contact us at info@dynamicdmv.com, or you can call us at 240-604-9505, or you can call us at 240-423-7865. And you can also visit us at www.dynamictechdmv.com. If you are interested in online classes, please register on our website. That's once again www.dynamictechdmv.com. Are you tired of going from dealership to dealership looking for that used car that perfectly fits both your lifestyle and your budget? Are you bored with the same old tactics, the same old styles, and the same old disappointments when you don't find exactly what you want? Are you frustrated because of bad credit or tired of being rejected of in-house financing? Are you tired of going from garage to garage for a car? How about that filthy old car that you used to drive? Are you done? Welcome to the new experience. Barico Auto Sales has sold and financed cars to over 50,000 people across the country. Our exclusive in-house financing model allows us to provide flexible options for all. Enjoy low rates, free pickup, and award-winning customer service. Reserve today. Barico Auto helps make car renting easy and seamless for all of our customers. Our financing options allow you to shop our vehicle inventory for the exact used car, truck, or van that best fits your needs. Car selection and customer satisfaction are of great importance to us. We provide the best mechanical repairs, and our services take just minutes. Detail your car with us and get out of that filthy old smell and into something sweet. We will even do your oil change at the lowest rate. And please do not forget that with Barico Auto Sale, you own and drive your car before you even have to pay us. So come on down and visit us and drive away with your new car.
Barico Autos, own and drive before you pay. 240-486-4664. www.
Uno no say now you be the best. Uno no say now you be one mama one mama oh, oh, oh. Come on, let's do it now. My Bamenda my fine baby. My Bamenda my sweet mama. Let me tell you something about this, my sweet mama. The only woman who fit me to grow and make me a man. Thank you, for the love you showed me. Without you, my Bamenda, I nobody existed. Thank you, my Bamenda. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. For the strength you say for your children, I am proud of you. You are rich, I am proud of you. You are strong, you defeat the whole Cameroon like Africa in the one land. My Bamenda, my fine baby. My Bamenda, my sweet mama. Some people say you too small to change the country. Others say you're not big good for make things work. But just a name in this country, people them they shiver. The way we are picking them, they also people them they wonder. Thank you, my Bamenda. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. For the strength you set for your children, I am proud of you. You are rich, I am proud of you. You are strong, you defeat the whole Cameroon like Africa in a one land. My Bamenda, my fine baby. My Bamenda, my sweet mama. My brothers and sisters all over the world. Whatever you do, always think about your home. It's a place where you will the sweat to sweat for your children. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon, like Africa in the world. My Bamenda, my fine baby. My Bamenda, my sweet mama. All the hard-working sons and daughters of this great northwest region of Cameroon, I want you to stand up and dance, because the time has come when we have to put our heads and hands together in order to build this our lovely and only region. Like Africa in the world.
Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So Africa must be ruled by Africans. I wanna know the land. We must rule from Cape to Cairo. We must rule our purpose land. I say, we want to know who owns the land. I want to know who owns the land. Daneva. Now we are the crossroads. On the Femo, Daneva. Bilisala Daneva. On the Femo, Daneva. Opalimu Meya Gbera Baba. Opalimu Jasu Yaraka. Opalimu Tizanya Betonye. Now we are the crossroads. On the Femo, Daneva. Bilisala Daneva. On the Femo, Daneva. Opalimu Meya Gbera Baba. Opalimu Jasu Yaraka. Opalimu Tizanya Betonye.
All right. Good evening, fellow Amazonians. Good evening, Ground Zero. Good evening, Europe, Asia, USA, Canada, South America, Sub-Sahara Africa. Good evening, all of you Amazonians tuning in from all over the globe. This is ABC Amber Television. Amber Television is a privilege to be here with you today for updates. State of the Revolution. It's a wonderful week to be alive, and was a wonderful weekend. I want to believe all of you had a wonderful weekend also. Yes, we are still asking the question. We want to know who owns the land. We want to know who owns the land. Why we keep on asking the question, I ask you, please go ahead right now. Let's hit our share buttons and get this platform saturated, filled up. Within 5 minutes, 700 people on Facebook. And while you do so, let me see those of you on the platform who are already there. I want to depend on you to saturate this platform tonight. Let's saturate this platform tonight. Let me see those of you who are already here. So, yes, all right. Please go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be very, very exciting. It is going to be very, very exciting. So go ahead and hit your share button so I can come to you today with the presentation. I shall be joining our comrades who are staging a wonderful fight in the streets of London. And I also learned that I think 3 of our comrades were arrested in London at the protest. As I come to you, they were all moving to the police station in London to sit in there until they are released. So that was a wonderful show in London. And also we shall be talking about the situation in Ngo-Ketunjia, having to do with the attacks in French Cameroon yesterday in Galim. And then, of course, the attacks in Bamenda also. We shall be looking at that. We shall be talking about that, and I shall have a guest who shall be joining me momentarily in the broadcast to discuss these things. And of course, I also will be talking about all routes in the USA leading to Washington, D.C. this weekend. This is the weekend we make or mar our struggle be in front of the White House. I'm coming to that. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly hit our share button. We need at least 700 people to come to you with this presentation. So go ahead. In the meantime, let me see who is joining me here. Yo. I see you. We're on the line. Lovely Secretary Chris. Thank you for joining. Amber Transparency, good to see you, Secretary Chris. Thank you, sir. Amber Descendants, watching. Brown Love, UK, so yeah, all right. Asa Barnabas Asane, watching from Wom local government area all the way in Mentum, where I understand there have been some vicious attacks by la Republique du Cameroon against our people in Wom, precisely in where I learned. They don't call it where or where. Those of you from there, you know what I'm talking about. But we are aware of that incident in Wom. Thanks for joining. Anna Elvis, I see you. Fire Edwin, I see you. I said thanks, Chris. Frank Best, we will get there. God will bless us. Absolutely, sir. Ochiba Achundo is right here. Johnson Kabaka, I see you, sir. I see Ashu Patience. Say hi, Secretary Chris. Thank you, ma'am. Indikum Celestine, watching from Ngo-Ketunjia. I'd like to know who is watching from ground zero. Let me know, please. Let me know. And this is one thing I will do today. I won't only take phone calls today. If you try to call and your call doesn't come through, drop me a message on WhatsApp. If you try to call, your call doesn't come through, drop a message on WhatsApp and I will try. I will try my best to read some messages out of WhatsApp, because I know often close to 1,000 people call this show every time I'm on and open the phone lines. Unfortunately, I can only take a few phone calls, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, or maybe even less than 10. So please don't hold any grudge against me if I can't take your call. The lines get really, really busy. So please, again, the numbers are not growing to my liking. Those of you joining, hit that share button and let's grow the numbers. Okay, I see Tembo Richard. Also, Felix Eyong Eta. Thank you, sir. Samuel Ibok. Mike. Southern Cameroon is what I mean that. It's owned by Southern Cameroonians. Yes, sir, you got it right. Diodone Nubaga. I see you, sir. Funky One Lash. You are always here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. George Musa is also here. I see the famous and regular Mercy Njo here. Thank you for joining, ma'am. Ferdinand Mongo. Amber is owned by Ambazonians. Absolutely. Blaise Licoy, watching from Paris. Hit your share button as you join, please. Hit your share button as you join. This is going to be a very, very exciting broadcast. A very, very exciting broadcast. I see also stateless citizen. says, hi, Secretary Chris. Okay. Tindong Derek. I see you, sir. I see Hannah Vine. I see Jang Jules Kafo. C'est bonsoir. Je vous suis depuis Yaoundé fait nous la lumière sur l'attaque de Galim, blah, blah, blah. Somebody interpret that for me, please. I read it. I don't know how good I read it, but I don't understand what he's saying. Okay, that is on Jang Jules Kafo. Okay, I see also Shadrach, somebody means that somewhere Eja. I see you, sir. Ingo Franke. Thank you. Otello General, always here, always here. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are growing very, very slowly and need a rapid growth of that in those numbers. Yes, I see them coming up now. So send it to your WhatsApp groups, send it to all Twitter, send it also to all the groups, all your groups on Facebook. On Facebook, some of those groups have like 30,000 people, some like 5,000, 15,000. So one button can send it to 10,000 people. Though Aten, I see you. The only thing we need now is to focus. We love you, sir. Thanks. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Focus is the only thing. Bisong. I see you, Bisong, all the way watching from London. Okay. Armstrong in Dam. Secretary Chris, I'm here, sir. From Abu Dubai. Wow, wonderful. Brown Love, I see you. Anglophone Bamaliki. Shalom, Mr. Chris. Thank you, sir. Mamba Pekin Sepsap. Hello, our secretary. Ransoma Natum. We own our land. He says. Cho Rene Molo. From UAE, Dubai. Okay. John Mvondo. Please fund your LGA, County and Amber TV. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Please hit your share button. Hit your share button as you join the broadcast. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Marie Louise, I see you, ma'am. I say, hi, sir. God bless you. Thank you, Marie. Adras Anderson. Hello, Secretary Chris. Good day. I see Donny Dinga. Hey, Secretary Chris Don Dinga here. I have not been seeing the cartoon done. What is happening to the cartoons? Get back to workplace, okay? And give me a call sometime today or tomorrow. I need to talk with you. Michael Fusi. Ambazunia is here to stay. Yes, sir. Sibiya Ndam. I see you. David Nkungim, always here. This must be a Libya man with a Libya name. All right. Thomas Indula, my own able secretary. Good to see you, sir. In the Gebum Shonde, I see you. Martin A. Ayim, the honorable secretary, watching from Louisiana. Thank you, sir. Riyasap Dell, hello, Secretary Chris. Rifo in UAE, full support. Thank you, sir. That's a long way from here. All right, Tanyi in Sibanfu, I see you. It says we shall overcome. Wonderful. I like those messages. Ladies and gentlemen, please, those of you joining, seem not to be doing a good job with hitting the share button. Let's do that and populate the platform. Okay. Hit your share button. We haven't hit 400 yet. And in the next 2 minutes, let's hit it to 700. Okay. NS Nkunganye, that's another Libyan man. All right. Richard Wright, I see you, sir. Samba Pekin, good day, Secretary Chris. I'm happy to see you in high spirit. All right. Thank you. You know, not every day is the same, right? There are days with low spirit, days with high spirit, and so is life. You know that. All right. I see Mufanjo Meshek. I had able communication secretary Chris. I know, God bless you. Double. Trust in him alone. Yes, sir. Akeye Beak. I see you, sir. I see Larry Cooper. watching. Marco Asaha, Nembo Jerome, our able Secretary Chris, please, it is important. How can I reach you? Well, you got, leave me a message on this Facebook page, okay? Leave me a message on the Facebook page, and I will get it. Hit your share button, please. Okay. Now, while you are hitting your share button, let me take a few announcements. First, let me go to something that is coming up in Germany. Something that is coming up in Germany that every one of you around Germany should be aware. Now, the Southern Cameroons community, ladies and gentlemen, the Southern Cameroons community in Germany shall on May, I think that is May the 2nd, on May the 2nd, be holding a grand gathering in Potsdam, Germany. That is May the 2nd in Potsdam, Germany. I believe this is going to be a very big event organized by the Southern Cameroon community in Germany. It says the meeting is aimed at bringing all Southern Cameroonians in Germany together to galvanize support for Ground Zero. The Southern Cameroons community in Germany, all of Germany, is putting together a grand gathering, ladies and gentlemen, in Potsdam on May the 2nd. Yes, May the 2nd, again in Potsdam, Germany, for all Southern Cameroonians in Germany. The meeting, the gathering is aimed at galvanizing, bringing every Southern Cameroonian in Germany together to raise support for Ground Zero. Now you understand what it means by galvanizing or raising support for Ground Zero. My beloved brothers and sisters, especially those of you out there in Germany, you want to make it a date. You want to make this event on May 2nd in Potsdam, Germany, a date. Nobody is excluded. It doesn't matter what faction you belong to. This is about Ground Zero. Again, this is about Ground Zero. And so if you live anywhere in Germany, consider being in Potsdam on May 2nd for this grand coming together of all Southern Cameroonians in that country. Again, the date is May 2nd in Potsdam. May 2nd in Potsdam. Make it a date. Mark your calendar right now. Mark your calendar right now for May the 2nd in Potsdam, Germany, if you are a Southern Cameroonian and Amazonian and living in Germany. Again, it is aimed at raising support, galvanizing support for Ground Zero. You know what that means. If we must make progress on this, in this conflict and force French Cameroon to the negotiating table, we have only one option left. The international community is too slow, ladies and gentlemen. The international community is too slow. They have been too slow to our liking, while Paul Biya continued to slaughter our people and bury them in mass graves. The only option we have left, in which we have control, ladies and gentlemen, is galvanizing support within ourselves to support Ground Zero, to give them what they need to continue to prosecute this war. So again, if you live in Germany, mark your calendar for May the 2nd. All Southern Cameroonians, Amazonians living in Germany are gathering in Potsdam on May 2nd to raise support for Ground Zero. All right, please, again, the numbers are very, very slow to rise. I don't know what is going on out there, but let me bring you more announcements before I get into this broadcast proper. So go again, continue to hit your share button. Let me bring you some more announcements before I get into this. Okay. All right. Now, this is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, for Ground Zero. La République du Cameroon. La République du Cameroon has announced elections in our territory on May the 22nd. I'm sorry, March 22nd, a few weeks to come, about a week to go. La République du Cameroon has announced elections in our territory, a rerun of their parliamentary elections in our territory on March the 22nd. Now, I want Ground Zero to take note of this. A lockdown shall be coming up towards that election. A lockdown shall be coming up, shall be announced towards that election. We are making plannings, and the formal announcement shall come to you as per the date. But of course, rest assured that there shall be a lockdown on March the 22nd, a lockdown of all Ambazonia on March the 22nd. And let me warn this and make it very, very clear. If we lock down in the CPDM or La République du Cameroon thing, they can go around, play around the date and organize election, conduct elections on the 20th, which is a Saturday, and the 21st, which is a Saturday, or the 20th, which is a Friday. We have our eyes on you and on your movements. We have made it very clear from the past elections that we will not allow French Cameroon come into our territory and organize not just elections, but any public event, And so this lockdown will also apply to every public ceremony, every public event that French Cameroon and their agents plan in our territory. We are also by this announcement informing the Victoria city management that the so-called Festac, which is being planned for Victoria, is not going to take place. Anybody planning to descend on Victoria for the so-called Festac, you have yourself to blame should anything happen to you. We warn about Women's Day celebrations, and people in Bamenda defied the warning to go out to the grandstand on the Commercial Avenue. Those of them who were lucky enough to escape should thank God for what happened. When we want you to stay home, we mean that you should stay home. And so this so-called Festac, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be out there conducting any form of exhibition and celebrations while your children and your husbands and your families are being buried by their own wives and their own children. You cannot go there celebrating anything while Ambazonia burns. And so we are banning anything called Festac coming down to Victoria. Until this conflict is over, again, we will stand against any public event organized, put together in our territory by French Cameroon. So we want the authorities in Victoria to take note. We need the authorities in Victoria, please take note. We would not allow you have this organized so-called Festac in Victoria. The same thing applies for this so-called African Nations Cup. It is not going to take place in all of the southern Cameroons. And we hope that the CAF management is taking note of this. It is better we are warning you, giving you these instructions before the event proper. So please, we are not again accepting or allowing any public event organized by French Cameroon authorities to take place in Ambazonia. Not until the war is over and the fate, the form of state of Ambazonia has been decided. Okay, so that is very, very important. Now, also, I like to remind all Ambazonians, especially in the diaspora, there shall be a worldwide mass offer on Sunday the 15th. There shall be a worldwide mass offer. When I say mass offer, you understand I am referring to Catholic churches. The Catholic churches are the ones that offer mass. So on the March the 15th, ladies and gentlemen, March the 15th, this coming Sunday, there shall be a worldwide mass offer on behalf of 4 Ambazonians to raise attention on the plight of the Southern Cameroonians, especially the victims of Ngabu massacre. This will take place in all the Catholic churches where Ambazonians happen to belong. So if you are Ambazonian and you worship in any Catholic church, there is a prayer petition that is being sent out for this occasion. All you need to do is to request that prayer that shall be read in your church. You can take the initiative to meet the pastor or the reverend father in your congregation before the event and share a little bit briefly with him about what you intend to do. By the end of this broadcast, I will make sure that that prayer which is going around and which shall be read in the churches is posted on ABC Amber TV Facebook page. We'll post it there so that you can print it and then meet your pastor, meet your reverend father to share with them and ask for the permission to do so. We know that prayer reading is something that the Catholic Church supports. So please, we want you to do so. I will post the prayer request that shall be read in the churches this coming Sunday. I will post it on Facebook page after this broadcast so that you can then go on the website, print it out, meet your pastor, meet your reverend father, and ask for that 3 minutes or 2 or 5 minutes maximum to read that prayer in your local church to raise awareness, ladies and gentlemen, raise awareness for the campaign, raise awareness for the massacres in Gabu. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a rally that is going on in London, and I have with me Clister, who is joining me all the way from London. Hello, Clister. Can you drop the phone and join me by way of television, please?
All right, I'm already connected.
Okay, you are live. You are live. Can you hear me? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have Clister, who is joining me from London live. Clister, tell Ambazonians what is going on in London right now. I understand that 3 of our comrades were picked up early in the day at a protest by the London police. Can you tell Ambazonians the situation out there, please? Have they been released? Clister, can you hear me? Hello, Clister, can you hear me? Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Tell Ambazonians what is going on out there in London. We hear a lot of singing.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. 5 on 5. Go ahead, tell us what is happening
we are
there.
currently in front of Brixton Police Station. Three of our comrades have been arrested due to the protest that was going on at Westminster Abbey. So we are live in front of Brixton Police Station. We have said the comrades of UK have said that if they don't release our 3 comrades that were arrested during the protest, they will arrest all of us. So we are still out here at the Brixton police station.
So what time is it out there in London now?
Sorry, what's your question?
What time is it out there in London now?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
What time do you have it out there in London now?
Okay, now it's I'm not sure. It's about 5:30 p.m. It's raining. It's raining. We have been under the rain, sun, and every aspect of weather today. You know, calling out the Commonwealth on their hypocrisy. Their hypocrisy is still accommodating the massacre perpetrators in Amazonia. So we have been out here since 10 a.m. and it's been raining, it's been sunny, it's been windy, but we are thinking of our people that have been killed, murdered, slaughtered, buried alive, burned our houses, our villages. So we cannot, the weather cannot be a deterrent. So we are out here until someone talks to us, until we get a result.
That is wonderful. I want to, on behalf of all Ambazonians, appreciate all of you out there in London. Now, tell us, the turnout there in London seems to be massive. Tell us about that.
Sorry, can you just repeat that? The noise is so loud. I'll just have to move away a bit so that I can hear you clearly. I'll just have to move away from the crowd. So can you just repeat your question again, please?
Yes, I am saying that the turnout there in London seems to be very, very massive. What can you tell us about the turnout, about it?
Oh yes, the turnout was massive, and every Amazonian who turned out was in very, very high spirit. We were ready for any eventuality, because our people are dying. The turnout, it was so impressive. The Southern Cameroon Amazonia community, UK, came out today in their numbers. People traveled. The United Kingdom is made up of 4 countries: Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and England. And people travel all the way from Scotland, from Wales. People travel from Northern Ireland to be in London today. I mean, we are talking 6 hours journey. We are talking 7. Some people 5 coaches, and they were here. And because the massacre that happened on the 14th of February in Gabu touched everybody that came here today, and even we have grandmothers. We have this one, our Mami Priska. This our Mami have been coming to every single. She can barely walk. She have to carry a walking aid with her, and she has been here, and she's still with the crowd from 10 a.m. this morning. That is to tell you that the freedom of Amazonia is a spirit, and when it's in you, there is nothing that can stop you for standing for justice and for the freedom of Amazonia.
Now, the 3 of us who have been arrested out there, what were they arrested for?
Sorry,
the 3.
Can you just say that again?
The 3 of our comrades you reported arrested. What were they arrested for?
Okay, the 3 comrades that were arrested, because we had a plan. Yesterday we had a meeting discussing how the protest will go. So we had a plan we brought teddy bears and flowers because we are mourning, to mourn all the babies and children that have been killed. So there is a national cathedral that the Queen was having a mass today. So we came with our own flowers and our teddy bear to mourn our babies that have been born in the house, the one that were born in their mother's belly. They were killed in their mother's belly. So we came prepared. So we had that plan to put that flower and those teddy bears in front church church when the Queen was having a mass today, which is the Commonwealth Day, with all the head of the representative and head of states of the Commonwealth countries. So now, when it was time, the road has been blocked. They didn't want any civilian around this area. So, but we know that we are at protest. We are demonstrating. We are not going to be abiding to law when they are accommodating La Republique in the Commonwealth, that are committing, have violated all the values and principles of the Commonwealth Charter. So we want to make that very clear to the United Kingdom and to the royal family that we don't understand their level of hypocrisy. So when our comrades attempt to put these flowers and these teddy bears to mourn our children that were killed in Gabo and recently in Babangi, that's when they were arrested.
So your plan is to stay out there until they are released, is that?
Yes, we are going to stay. They have only two options: arrest all of us or release our comrades that have been arrested. That's the only option we have given them, and it's today because we came together. We are going, all of us. So either they keep all of us here or they release our comrades so we can all go to our homes. That is the options we have given them, because they committed no crime. They were just standing for justice. They were just standing for justice and against the massacre perpetrated by the La Republique du Cameroon military in our territory.
I would say that is wonderful, wonderful solidarity from all of you out there in London. Now, who were those? Do you have their names so we can know who were those picked up?
Okay, yes, we have Comrade Ivo Kuka, Comrade Emmanuel Ekembe, and Comrade Joe that were arrested.
Is it possible to speak to for you to interview some of the participants out there? Let's get their feel about this rally, and especially the grandmother you talked about, who is out there barely walking. Are you able to reach her and ask her a question or two?
Yes, we have on our way from Westminster Abbey. If I get you clearly, I'm not sure if I do. On our way from Westminster Abbey through we took the train. So through the underground station, we were singing our war songs. We were carrying our placard throughout that journey, which was about 30 minutes. And in the whole of central London, and we also had a van which the van had 3 screens, the 2 sides and the back, which was flashing the images and our message. This van traveled the whole day from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Around central London, carrying our message, carrying our cry, and enlightening and informing the people of London and of Britain, because we had a lot of people trooping into London today because it's the Commonwealth Day, and for some people they come for touristic reasons. So we have created a lot of awareness of our plight during the demonstration today through other methods like that.
So were you able to draw the attention of any of those leaders or delegates, participants walking into the Commonwealth?
Yes, we had some comrades who were taken in to have a conversation. We are not sure the details yet of how the conversation went.
Now, are you able to spin around and talk to some of the protesters out there, especially the grandmother that you mentioned can barely walk, who is out there with you? Are you able to spin your camera, interview some of the protesters out there on ABC Live?
Yes, I will go closer to where some of the protesters are and see if I can get anybody on. They are very high spirit. You will not believe that they have been out since 10 a.m. attracting and calling the attention of people of the people of London in our place. So,
okay.
We even have our sexual conversation here. We also have sexual.
I am losing you. I am losing your voice a little bit. Let me give you about 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get your camera to where the protesters are, so you can speak to them live on ABC. Can we do that? Hello, can you hear me, Clister? Hello. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ken Clister joining me live from the protest rally taking place in London. They have been out there, according to her, since 8 a.m. 8 a.m. it is right now, after 6 or to 7, I guess, in London. After 6 or to 7 in London right now, and they are all still out there on the streets protesting the arrest of some of our comrades who were part of that rally in London. I am waiting for Clister to get closer to the rest of the protesters so we can hear from them, share their experiences out there on the streets of London. So I am expecting Clister to join us. Clister, can you hear me?
My home.
Hello, Clister, can you hear me?
When shall I see my home? When shall I see my
Hello, Clister, you are live. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello, Sexy Praise.
Okay, I can see that you are right now with
Yes,
some
I
of.
have with me here.
Oh, unfortunately, your camera is frozen. Your camera is frozen.
Well, can you hear me? I'm back on.
I can hear you now. I can see you with Secretary Ambrose
Yes,
right there.
I have with me communist. I have with me the Secretary of State for Home Affairs and Resource Mobilization. Can you hear him?
I can hear you 5 on 5. Go ahead.
Yeah, Secretary Chris, can you speak to the Secretary of State?
Secretary Ambrose, it's a pleasure to have you, sir. Can you tell us what is happening out there in London since 8 a.m.?
Okay, Secretary, today was the 9th. Today is the 9th, and we are out here in London. We went to the Commonwealth to be able to express to the people our anger about the killings of our brothers and sisters in Southern Cameroon. During this protest, our brothers, Ivo, Emmanuel, and Joseph, they went to lay flowers, and they were arrested by the Metropolitan Police. We succeeded to block French Cameroon representatives from coming out of that building, and they took a taxi and went home. So now we've decided to come to the police station here in Brixton to make sure that our brothers and sisters, our brothers who are arrested, are released. And we are ready to stay here as long as it takes, because in this struggle we stand together with each and every brother who is fighting for the freedom of the people of Southern Cameroon. So here with me, we have the Undersecretary with us for communication. We have a lot of Southern Cameroonians, a lot of comrades from SCNC. We are all here in front of the police station, and we are putting pressure for them to be released. As soon as they are released, we'll be able to go home. If not, we'll call our wives, we'll call our children to come here, and we are going to come here until they are free. Thank you.
For how long, comrade? For how long have they been in custody? In other words, when were they arrested?
They have been in custody now for over 4 hours. So we are expecting that they would have finished with the questioning, and if they have to charge them, they charge them and release them. But I don't know the tactics they are playing, but I've told them. It's one message I've given the police officer here. Go to your hierarchy and tell them we'll be here as long as it takes. Insofar as they are still in here, we'll be here, we'll disrupt the activities of this police station. We are fighting for justice, and we cannot shy away. We cannot be cowards any longer. We've been doing this thing for the last 4 years, and enough is enough. Thank you.
And is the police telling you the reason why they're still keeping them?
So the police officer I spoke with said it might take 24 hours to do the process in the whole protocol issue. But this is very contradictory to the ones at Westminster who told me, oh, it's in a matter of 4 hours, they will release, they will charge and release. So I spoke to this guy. I told him, go to your hierarchies, tell them what we want is these people should be released. Once these are comrades are released, we are going home. If they are not released, we're going to stay here as long as it takes until they are free. Because what they are showing here is double standards. I told you that very place, the brothers dropped flowers. There were even white guys who ran past and nothing happened. It is really double standard here in the United Kingdom, and we must be able to stand out and say no to this. We want justice, we are taxpayers, and we must make sure justice is done to our brothers, and we'll continue to fight for the independence of our people. Thank you.
So you are right now at the Metropolitan Police in London, correct?
No, yeah.
So, we have this, the Metropolitan Police were in charge of the security around there. Then they took them to one of, still part of the Metropolitan Police, but it's in another borough. We call it Brixton. So that's where we are, and we are putting the pressure. You can see the building over there.
Right.
Lots of them, they are watching us from the windows, but we're trying to put the pressure and make sure that the brothers are released. It is important and imperative that those who are watching us from London and around should come and join us. Let's put this pressure until they are released.
Thank you, thank you. If we may speak to other Ambazonians out there, I want to hear their enthusiasm out there.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
You want that? So you call from back, yes. Yes, I have some other comrades with me here, Secretary Chris.
Okay.
Secretary Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. 5 on 5.
Bring yourself here.
Hello, Chris. Thank you for the good job.
Thank you, sir. May I know who is speaking?
We need Southern Cameroonians out here, please. We need to get guys out.
We are using this platform also to call on other Ambazonians around London to meet us here
Brixton Police Station.
So that we want to demand the release of our 3 brothers who were arrested earlier in the day during our protest. So we are all here. We are calling on all Ambazonians across London to meet us here right now at the Brixton Police Station. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Lady Krista, go ahead. Go ahead and
I'm getting other comrades to come on the line, and currently we are going to have comrade Wombat. Comrade Wombat is here. Okay. They are increasing their backup. Okay, now we have comrade Wombat.
Hello, Comrade Wombat. Good to see you, sir. Tell us what is happening there on the streets of London.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I'm welcoming Comrade Wombat. I'm saying I'd like him to tell us what is happening there on the streets of London from his own angle.
From your own view, what's happening in the streets of London?
The streets of London, I think what we did today, it was just it's a reminder to the Commonwealth to stand up to their values. And what happened today was really shocking because the means of our outcry to the British public, to the leaders of the Commonwealth, and to the Queen of England, to hear our cry, to call beer to order so that these killings should stop. 3 of our brothers were arrested today by the British police, and we have told them categorically clear that from all indications, it seems it is clear that they are conspirators to this genocide, to this barbaric, to this impunity that is put on our people in the southern Cameroon. So it's rather shocking. We just want Ambazonians to know that we are not going anywhere until we have our brothers to go with. We came together and we must disperse as a people together.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. It's such a great solidarity coming from all of you out there on the streets of London. Lady Clista, can I give you a little 2 minutes break to locate that old mother? And let's have her on ABC. Can we do that?
Okay, that's great. I will get other people who will talk before I return. It's okay. I will be listening when you call back.
Yeah, what I want you to do is locate for me the grandmother you had mentioned earlier to see
Sorry,
if
yeah, go on. Sorry, you can say it now.
To see if she can talk to ABC. If you can locate the grandmother you mentioned earlier.
Yes, I asked her. Yes, I did ask her, but she said she's too tired to appear on TV. She was the first person I called. I did ask her. She said she's not able to.
Okay, look for some elderly people to see if we can talk to them. I give you 2-3 minutes to arrange that. I'll be watching your monitor.
All right, that's fine. Great. Okay then.
All right. All right. Get back to you soon, ladies and gentlemen. That is live from the streets of London. Something is happening in London. The people in London are resolved. They are resolved. They have been out there on the streets, ladies and gentlemen, since 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I think it is right now after 7. It is right now after 7 p.m. in London, and they are all still on the streets, and they have resolved they are not going home until all the 3 colleagues arrested by the London police are released before they can go home. And an appeal is being made. If you live in London, in that city, the appeal is being made from those who are right there on the ground. Please join them there at the Metropolitan Police in London. Stand with your people, support your people, stand in solidarity with those who have been picked up, the 3 of them who have been arrested, and they are right now in the custody of the police. So please get out there. If you are in London, in the city of London, and you are Ambazonian, you are Southern Cameroonian, get out there on the street and join those who are there at that police station to see that our brothers, our comrades are released. I will now go back to Clista. I think Clista is having some guests that would want to talk with us live on ABC. Lady Clista, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Yes, our mama says she can't talk. Most of our mama don't want to.
I'm
hold on. Give me another minute.
All right, another minute. Okay, that is okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are appealing to all of you who are out there in London to step out, join these Ambazonians who are on the streets of London protesting the arrest of 3 of our comrades by the London police. They are there on the streets at the police station, and they have vowed not to go home until those 3 are released. And they are appealing to you, if you live out there in the city of London and you are Southern Cameroonian, please join them. Join them at the Metropolitan Police out there in London for this solidarity move towards the release of our 3 comrades in London. This is very, very important. London is setting the pace. London is setting the pace in these demonstrations coming this weekend. It is the turn of the USA It is the turn of the USA. We are expecting every Southern Cameroonian, every Ambazonian here in the United States of America to lead to D.C., Washington, D.C., this Friday for our own march, just as you see in London. So please, this coming Friday is a do-or-die march, a do-or-die rally out here in Washington, D.C. Every Ambazonian from New England to California to the great state of Texas, all the nooks and crannies of USA, we must all converge in Washington, D.C. to raise awareness and ask for international support for our cause. And of course, raise awareness for the massacres ongoing in Ambazonia. I think Clista has a guest with me right now on the streets of London. Hello, Clista.
Yes, hello, Secretary Chris. With me, I have Comrade Sylvester.
Hello, comrade. Good to see you, sir. Can you tell us what you are witnessing there at this moment at that Metropolitan Police Station?
Good evening, Secretary Chris. We are right now at the police station in Brixton, in London in particular, south of London. Two of our comrades have been brought here. Obviously, the police are telling us that they have to follow protocol. What does that mean? They have 24 hours to either charge them or release them. So we are mounting pressure on them with a heavy rally protest in front of the police station at the moment, and we're expecting them to react to our protest and get our guys out. If they fail to do that, we are going to spend the whole day here until when they get our guys out, because they've committed no offense, as far as we're concerned.
So does that mean if they have to hold them for 24 hours, all of you will be out there for 24 hours?
Yes, we are determined. The thing is, it is very straightforward. Our people are dying in the bushes. Our guys are resisting on the ground. All we need to do here is to stay for 24 hours. We are not putting our life at risk as compared to the guys on the ground. So we are calling for Ambazonians across the United Kingdom to come to Brixton Station, because we cannot leave injustice to control the life of human beings. We must allow justice to prevail.
Can you once more repeat the name of that police station, please?
It is a Brixton Central Police Station, which is notorious in Britain. As far as I know, a lot of black people have been killed in this station by the police. So there is a police station that has a very bad record as far as racism is concerned. So that's why we are sticking by our guns. We are going to hang around till they get our guys out. They're going to release them, whether they like it or not, but they've committed no offense.
Has the police come out to address you people since you all converge out there at their police station?
They have been here. They said what they can do, they're following protocol. And as I said before, protocol by implication means they have to stay or wait 24 hours, either charge them or release them, because they are not allowed to keep them up to beyond 24 hours. So after 24 hours, they should be released.
Get seated. Try to get seated. Okay, so you are appealing to all the Ambazonians out there in the city of London to come out and join you in this solidarity move to free our comrades who are being held there. Had some people already gone home before they were picked up?
We were all obviously, we had a very big protest at the Parliament Square. But as you know, people come all over the place. Some people travel 6-5 hours to come to London in particular. So some people must have returned home. And those who live around a close vicinity of London, so they are still hanging around. So we are only advising all those Ambazonians living around London and the proxy city to come around so that we can mount pressure on the police to get our guy released. Failure to do so, we will have to stay here when our guys are released, and we are determined, because that's the only sacrifice we can demonstrate to our guys on the ground that we are behind them. And it is 24 hours, I think, is nothing as compared to what the guys on the ground or ground zero are facing.
All right. All right, Lady Clayster, thanks for your eyes and your camera out there. Let's do this. Before I end the program, I will come back to you. When I come back to you, I would like you to get your camera to the crowd out there and get a close shot. That will be probably in the next 30 minutes. Can we do that?
Yes, that's very fine. We can do that.
Okay, so just leave your go on.
Yes, we can do that, but that would depend. If they are released before then everybody might have dispersed. So that might not happen if they are released.
Well, if they are released before then, you stay on and update us before you leave. Can we do that?
Okay, yes, that's fine.
I have your window. I have your monitor. I am monitoring you right here. If anything happen and you get close to your camera and you want to speak, I will be able to see you and I can bring you on.
Okay, all right then. That's fine.
You are a great reporter. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was King Clayster doing a wonderful reporting from the streets of London. Again, if you are out there in London, every one of you living in that city, Ambazonian place, you are being invited. You are being invited to join others out there in Brixton Police Station to stand in solidarity with our comrades, 3 of them who have been picked up at that protest by the London police. Now, we shall be going back to London to talk to Clayster later to follow up what if there be any developments. Now, but before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, you would have remember the events that took place yesterday. First, in French Cameroon, in the town of Galim. Galim, I understand, Galim is in Bambutos division in the western region of French Cameroon. We have learned that their security forces were attacked. And quite a number of them. There are conflicting numbers as to how many were killed. But we have learned that at the least 10, between 7 and 10 French Cameroon police agents were killed in that attack. Now, this is very, very important, not because it has anything to do with us Ambazonians or our restoration forces. It is very, very important because La République du Cameroun already has a press statement out there. They have a press statement out there to the effect that the attacks in Galim were carried out by Ambazonia restoration forces. I want to say, as a representative and a spokesperson for this government, nothing can be farther from the truth. As you must have listened to me today over the Voice of America, this interim government has no interest crossing Ambazonian borders into French Cameroon territory for any attacks. We have no interest, no gains in doing that. And so we want to let French Cameroon to understand that their communication minister would come out and attribute the attacks on our restoration forces is a height of desperation. Even when the Bas movement has come out to claim to take responsibility for the attacks, French Cameroon still goes out and put out a press statement to the effect that the attacks were carried out by Ambazonian restoration forces. Again, We totally condemn those attacks and we refuse, we deny any engagement, any form of engagement from the Southern Cameroons or by our restoration forces in that attack. And so we know exactly what La Republique du Cameroon is trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. We know exactly what they are trying to do by putting out a statement stating that the attacks came from our own side. What La Republique du Cameroon is trying to do is to set a stage for a reason for which they go out and decimate the certain communities in Ngor-Ketunjia. And we have already learned of plans for the Cameroon army to move into Ngor-Ketunjia to attack certain communities. And we have since been asking people in Ngor-Ketunjia to take serious precaution. If it means moving out of their communities, they have to do so. I have joining me here the spokesperson for the NSC, who is also a son of Ngor-Ketunjia, Comrade Lagme. It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you, Secretary Chris, for having me on board.
Thank you. Can you tell me the atmosphere that is currently in Ngor-Ketunjia, and tell me the communities, because we know La Republique du Cameroon is threatening to invade Ngor-Ketunjia as a whole, but there are particular communities that we should be very concerned about. Can you brief us, please?
Yes, Secretary Chris, thank you. Thank you, Ambazonian, for actually putting your ears out there to listen to what is going on in Ngor-Ketunjia. The situation in Ngor-Ketunjia is very fluid at the moment. Yesterday, we woke up and learned that bars attacked a security post in neighboring La Republique du Cameroon in a town called Galim, that is in the Western Province. And when we were briefed, we tried to get in touch with all our fighters in Ngor-Ketunjia to know actually what is going on. And they told us all our fighters are safe and they don't know anything about any attack in Galim. And we came out with a statement. But as of now, we learned that La Republique is planning an invasion of Ngor-Ketunjia in the days or weeks ahead. We earlier learned that attack was rightfully carried out by BAS, Brigade Anti-Sardina, which is a movement in La Republique du Cameroon fighting the dictatorial system. We know the election was rigged, and those people are very angry, and they are willing to attack La Republique anytime, anywhere. However, La Republique Minister of Defense or Communication came out with a statement already erroneously confirming that that attack was carried out by forces, Ambazonian forces in Ngor-Ketunjia. We debunked that statement, and I'm here again to tell Ambazonia, to tell African, and to tell the entire world that that attack was not carried out by Ambazonian Restoration Forces. And we want our communities, which is Bafanji, Bamukumbi, Balikumbat, Baligashu, Baligansen, Bambalam, and the entire Ngor-Ketunjia to stay on high alert, because La Republique, as usual, are always putting out situations like this so as to attack people, to attack our communities. We are not going to accept that from them this time, Secretary Chris.
Now, when you say the attacks were not carried out by Ngor-Ketunjia restoration forces, I believe you have seen some footages circulating online since yesterday to the effect that the ammunition we see in those footages were those confiscated in that attack in Galim. What do you have to tell us? Were those bullets, those ammunition not confiscated from Galim? Tell us what you know about those footages.
I want Ambazonian to know this, and I want the world to know this, and I want La Republique to know this. They have been playing this game for so long that everyone is aware of their game. Before I answer that question, I will start with the situation in Kambe, in Donga Mountain County, where La Republique disguised Fulani Morodo people to attack our civilian population in Gabu. That situation, when it happened, La Republique went out there and said that was Amber Boys. I want to tell Amazonia the game La Republique is playing, and they have to stop that, because we all know La Republique has fake Amber Boys. They have fake Amber Boys that disguise like fake Amazonian fighters to put our messages and videos out there just to tarnish the reputation of our fighters.
So what you are saying is the footages we find out there on the social media, they are not of the attack from Galim.
They are not of the attack, Secretary Chris. That video was put out there by La Republique du Cameroon to mimic the voice of our fighters, to mimic the appearance of our fighters. I am here categorically telling you, Secretary Chris, and the entire Amazonia and the world that that video is a setup just for La Republique to have its way to embed our territory. That video is fake. That video does not belong to our fighters. Proper consultation have been made. We have talked to our fighters at the background, and for sure that video is not made by any of our fighters in Gokutunja. And let me point out this to you, Secretary Chris. Our fighters are being lectured on guerrilla warfare, to respect the Geneva Convention on Warfare. We are educating our fighters on a day-to-day basis on what to do and what not to do. And they take absolute instruction from the Ngokutunja Self-Defense Council. Any action that is sent out there by the Ngokutunja Self-Defense Council must have been verified, must have been approved by the Ngokutunja Self-Defense Council before it goes out there. Any video that is circulating out there, Amazonia, listen to me and listen very good. That video is fake. La Republique is trying to set a stage to embed Ngokutunja, and we are not going to accept that from them.
What do you make? What do you make of a particular group out there? I'm talking about the ADF or AGOFC trying to claim responsibility, take credit for that attack. Is it a move to lure in La Republique to come into the Ngoketunja community to decimate, to burn down those communities? Or what do you make of that acknowledgement that, our boys did it?
Well, Secretary Chris, like I said, I stand to represent this interim government. The information I send out there, I make sure it is verified to educate our people and to tell our people what to do. If AGOC is coming out with an audio claiming responsibility of their act, they are in a better position to answer. But I know our people cannot be used as political guinea pig to be slaughtered by La Republique because some people want to make fame. This is not about fame. This is about freedom. This is about all of us to get to Buea. A single action does not equivalent freedom. If someone is claiming responsibility of action like that, without even consulting the local authorities, without even consulting the civilian, without even putting disposition in place to protect our civilian, I think that is a disservice to whoever is making that claim, and I will advise that person to stop doing so, because we value our civilians more than any fame that someone will go out there and be making. Those are very reckless statement that hasn't been verified. We know as of now we don't have any forces of ADF in Ngokutunja. So if they are making that claim, I think, Secretary Chris, that question can best be answered by them.
Well, I think you make the point, because we understand that this group has no force anywhere in Ngokutunja, and even in some communities where they claim to have forces, like in Bui, in Batibo, precisely. Is it Kurugwe or Kurugwe, something like that? They are being driven out, they are being chased out by the population. And yet they are in the habit of going out to claim responsibility for attacks in which they are not even near the vicinity where these attacks took place.
Well, Secretary Chris, like I said, the Ambazonia National Self-Defense Council is busy trying to consult each other. the 13 defense chief of all the 13 counties to make sure our counties and our people are safe. We are not out there to be making propaganda about what we have done and which we haven't done. The Ambazonia National Self-Defense Council will always make claim of what they have done. In this particular situation, I will advise all Ambazonians, no exception, to concentrate on our main objective, which is to get to Buea. This propaganda hasn't helped us. It hasn't moved us one step ahead of getting to Buea, and I think we should learn from our mistake. When we don't learn from our mistake, it means we don't value our people, and we don't value the freedom that we already deserve. We have to galvanize ourselves now, consult with each other, so that any statement going out there must be in alignment of what has happened, so that our people can be safe. But like I said, the Ambazonia National Self-Defense, we are busy. In Gokutunja, we are busy 24 hours round the clock to make sure our people are safe. So we don't have time to go out there to be making fake statements, to be making fake claims, to put the life of our people at risk. At this point, I think ADF, if at all they operate somewhere, they are not operating in Gokutunja. And if they are coming to Gokutunja to help Gokutunja, they should consult the local authority for how to go about it. But to make such erroneous claim out there, risking the life of our people, that is what the Gokutunja Self-Defense Council is not going to accept.
So you are asking the population of certain communities, LGAs in Ngoketunjia to run to safety. Where do you think they move to? And don't you see thousands becoming displaced? Because I have no doubt La Republique du Cameroon is planning mayhem in those communities. Where would you advise they should move to? Is there any hope?
Thank you, Secretary Chris, for that question. It is very important for our people to listen to this advice very well. As of now, we know La Republique has moved their military camp from Galim. Galim is about 25 to 30 kilometers away from the international boundary between the Federal Republic of Ambazonia and La Republique du Cameroon. So they have moved their military barrack from Galim closer to the international boundary that we have with them, which is in Mefon, closer to Bafanji. And we have learned from credible intelligence that they are planning to enter Gokutunja in 4 fronts. They are going to pass through Bafanji, through Mefon, they are going to pass through Baligashu, and they are equally going to pass through Kutaba, through the Bamenda dam to get into Bambala. And they will equally reinforce another contingent in Gokutunja, that is North Central. What I want to tell our people to know is this. We have been fighting wars for a very long time. We are not cowards. They know what to do. But this is a piece of information that you have to work on. Make sure your phone is charged. Make sure you have food. Make sure you have located where it is safe for you to carry your families and our children, especially our children too, for safety. Please, we will be praying for you. But I want to send out this very important message to everyone and to La Republique du Cameroon to understand. We are not cowards. In the days ahead, we are going to put plans. If La Republique dare to encroach or to embed any village, any of our villages in Gokutunja, Secretary Chris, La Republique should be prepared to bear the consequences. We are not cowards. For now, if Ambazonia Restoration Forces take any action in La Republique du Cameroon, we are going to claim responsibility. We are not going to bear the consequences of an action that has been taken by BAS in La Republique du Cameroon. And we all know that fake groups like Atanganji has always been popping up everywhere in Amazonia for La Republique to have reason to invade our communities. This time, they are going to meet with fire and brimstone. For that, La Republique can take my word to the bank.
I read the statement sent out by BAS claiming responsibility, and that statement is out there in the social media. Why is La Republique not taking them seriously? Rather, they are thinking that they must now, they are thinking that our restoration forces did it.
Secretary Chris, La Republique has always come out with excuses to attack our people from the northern to the southern zone. La Republique has burned 400 villages. No attack was made in La Republique. La Republique has killed a Bafanji woman who went to Bambalang to to buy some foodstuff. She was shot at point blank in Bambalang Market Square. La Republique has killed our young daughter, about 2 years old, on the back of her mother, on her mother's back. No attack was made in La Republique. La Republique has one goal: to fight Amazonia, both from the northern to the southern zone, whatever way they deem possible, and we have to be very prepared for them. But this time around, I think La Republique has eaten enough. They should stop what they are doing. They should stop it right away. They should come to the negotiation table with the interim government and the coalition that we have in place, waiting for them to negotiate. If they think they are going to use their might, if La Republique du Cameroon thinks they are going to continue to use their might to defeat us, I am here to tell everyone, might is not right. Our right must be defended. I am calling on all Amazonians, believe in your freedom. There's no way La Republique is going to force us to back out, to accept defeat. We must win this war. Our freedom must be guaranteed. There is just no way La Republique is going to use his might to wear down our right. That is what I would tell Amazonia. But Amazonians are not safe anywhere. Whether Ngokutunja, whether Boya, whether Ekona, whether Batibo, everywhere is not safe. Why are La Republique fighting us? Why can La Republique not come to negotiate with us to see where the problem is? That is the action of cowards. But this time around, La Republique is going to face us. Secretary Chris, this is serious. I am really bitter. What La Republique is planning to do to our communities, I will not sit here again to continue to take this cry from our people.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking to Comrade Lang Mi, who is the spokesperson for the National Self-Defense Council, Ambazonia Self-Defense Council. Let's talk a little bit on what happened in Bamenda. Bamenda, yesterday, again, you are the spokesperson for the NSC. Have you any idea what happened in Bamenda? Yesterday, we are told there was a bomb blast at the Commercial Avenue during a Women's Day event there. What do you know about what happened there, and who would you think is responsible for what happened there?
We have long banned that governor, that illegal governor, so-called Lafik Lele, to not take any action or administer any authority in any part in Ngokutunja or in the northern zone. His actions are always illegal, and our boys are always on high alert to attack him anywhere they find him in Bamenda or anywhere in Ngokutunja or anywhere in the northern zone. So the action yesterday was rightfully carried out by the Amazonia Restoration Forces, and I will not stretch the fact, I will not go so detailed into that, but the game have changed. Everyone should be very careful. In all those gatherings, everyone should be very careful. I'm not going into any details, but Amazonia Restoration Forces carry that act. We are not cowards. If we carry out any action, the NSC, when we carry out any action, we are going to stand strong to claim responsibility of it. That action yesterday was carried out by the Amazonia Restoration Forces, and we are advising our population to stay safe from that governor. Anyone moving around with him, anyone doing business with him, should only have themselves to be blamed, because that governor is a target. He's illegal. He has to pack and leave, or the SDO has to pack and leave, or the councillor. If you are a newly so-called fakely elected councillor, mayor, know your days are numbered. The only safe place for you to operate is in Yaoundé. Pack and go to Yaoundé. Let me repeat myself on this, Secretary Chris. If for any reason your name or your picture has been out there circulating as the winner of mayor, councillor, whatever, GO, SDO, the only safe place for you is Yaoundé. There's nowhere in the northern zone that you are going to find safety. We are going to hunt you right into the cave.
Comrade like me, please, for a moment, I will rush over to London, where Clister is waiting to speak to us about 3 of our comrades who were arrested in London today during the rally. Please, I will come back to you. Let's talk a little bit about the rerun, this election rerun by French Cameroon, and this Festac event in Victoria and the upcoming African Cup of Nations. We're going to delve into that just a little bit, but in the meantime, let me get back to London with Clister, who is, I guess, ready to talk to Ambazonia. Okay. Hello, Clister. Can you tell us, have the 3 comrades been released or are they still in custody?
Thank you, Secretary. Good evening, Amazonian. Yes, what is happening here at the Central Police Station? We have gone in and we were singing our Amazonian song and we're walking, and the men in representative who came to us and explained, and that the constable, which is like the chief, the biggest office in this police station, has called him to come and see into the situation. Like a corporate Ella told you, that they initially told us that they're going to follow protocol, which meant that they will have to keep them for 24 hours before either charging them or releasing them. But we have insisted, we have noisily banged our drums, and they have assured us that they will be released. They will be released. That the constable is now looking at the issues and looking how to bring about a solution. They will also be told that they will be released. We should give them some time. So we are.
Are they saying they will be released? Are they saying they will be released today, and you should give them some time, or some time means 24 hours?
Yes. For what the police officer who spoke to us said is that the constable is now here, that they are sorting out their the issues, that they will be released, that they have committed any crime, that they will be released in a few hours. So they did not give us any specific time. So we are saying that, like we said earlier, until they are released, we could not move from here. We are staying here until they are released. So they are trying to convince us that they must follow protocol. We are also telling them that they are not criminals. They were just standing for justice, and until they are released, they have to just lock all of us up. Thank you, Secretary.
Do we still, Ambassadors are still out there at the police station with you? Everybody is still out there, am I correct?
Yes, most people are still here. We actually have 2 comrades who have joined us from in front of the Brixton police station. So yes, everyone is still here and waiting. But when they spoke to us, they assured us that they will really give it time to understand the situation, and they will be released. So we are waiting.
All right. Just stay put in there before I round up. I will still check on you to see if any development.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Comrade Langme, the spokesperson for the NSC, the spokesperson for the NSC. We are talking about the blast at the Bamenda Commercial Avenue yesterday. Well, no, was it yesterday or? Oh, yes, it was yesterday. Sunday. The NSC, the Ambazonia Restoration, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces, the ARF, is taking responsibility for that attack. That's what you have said.
Yes, Secretary Chris.
All right. Is that a new level? Would you call that a new level? Because I think that is the first time. That is the first time that the ARF, the Restoration Forces, have been able to penetrate a gathering well secured, like that one of yesterday. Do you see this happening again in other places in future events?
Secretary Chris, that is a very security question, which I'm not going to reveal our information here. But what I will tell you for sure is that the level have changed, and if La Republique for the past 3 years thinks we are coward, we have upgraded our level to the level that we will face them squarely. So we are advising our local population to be careful each time we call for whatever action or lockdown or whatever action we call for. They should be very careful. We are going to intensify the game from this point henceforth. La Republique either has to back to the negotiation table with us, or face the real war. They should get ready to run the race that they have set before us. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is what is going to happen in Bamenda, in Buya, especially during some of the international games that are being planned to take place in Victoria and elsewhere in the Southern Zone. I don't need to tell anyone about our action. Our action will be taken, and for sure, we are going to claim responsibilities of anything we do. But people should be careful.
All right. So Ambazonians watching can say this conflict, this war is moving from level to level, from then guns to AKs and now to explosives. I think this is what La Republique never imagined of. If they did, had they thought about this, they would never have referred to us as 2 cubes of sugar, I guess.
Yes, thank you, Secretary Chris. I know most Ambazonians or La Republique citizens, they have taught us to lose our consciences and not be aware of what is going on around us. What I want to tell Amazonia at this point in time is that we are going to be very aggressive and very offensive. And it is better for everyone to take steps to protect their life. If you are Thomases, they have groomed us to be Thomases. They have groomed most Ambazonia. I will not say all Ambazonia, because most Ambazonia believe in their freedom. They know what is right. They have been bearing the consequences of this war. They have been respecting ghost town, but yet, barefooted politicians who still believe that because of their greed, they can still give La Republique that legality over our people. What I want to tell those Thomases is this: the level have changed. I don't need to go further, but action will speak for me. Action will speak for the Ambazonia Restoration Forces, and action will speak for the world to understand. And if the world continues to keep a close eye on what is going on, and they think La Republique has the key on the Geneva Convention of Warfare, they are not seeing the 400 plus villages that La Republique has burned. They are not seeing how La Republique is killing babies and the elderly everywhere in Amazonia. Action, we are going to avenge and revenge for the death of our loved ones. The level have changed. Everyone needs to be very, very careful. Thank you.
All right. So I think there is a message here that every Ambazonian needs to get out there. And the message is this. The message is this. Fellow Ambazonians, when you hear the interim government say, do not go out for any event. Do not go out for any event. We advise you, we encourage you to stay home. You never know what may happen at that event. Please take us very, very seriously when we warn you going forward not to go out to any public event organized by La Republique du Cameroon. You better listen to us, because I know if those who were at that event at the Commercial Avenue had listened to us and stayed home, they would have prevented perhaps what happened yesterday. So please, when we say stay home, you better stay home. You go out and you gather in the gathering organized by La Republique du Cameroon, and anything happen, you really don't have to blame us. We are going to do everything. Listen to me. We are going to do everything everything within our means to drive out French Cameroon troops from our territory. We have no choice. If the international community was listening to our cries, seeing the corpses, seeing the mass graves, and seeing the decimation of our towns, our homes, our villages, I think La Republique du Cameroon could have by now taken out their army. We are therefore asking, stay away when we ask you to stay away, because we will employ anything at our disposal to drive out French Cameroon troops from our land. This is very, very, very important. Comrade Lagme, I will give you the last word before I go on to take phone calls.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Thank you for always standing to say the truth to Ambazonian. What I would tell Ambazonian is this. I know before you went to our comrade in London, we were trying to talk about the rerun of the elections.
Right.
I want to explain something here to Ambazonian. We have received at the NSC, we have received credible intelligence that La Republique has up to August of this 2020 to implement their so-called special status. And that special status is something that this rerun is all about. They want to use, because before now we have advised our father, our chairman, Nijon Frondi, to stop anything political dealing with La Republique. But Mr. John Frondi has never listened to us. He thinks we are joking, and he authorized his party to go for that election. He was given the final blow. That party has been destroyed completely. And since MRC also boycotted that election, La Republique want to use this rerun in order to give some councillor and mayor seats to the SDF, so that when they will implement their so-called special status, it will be that some opposition political parties equally accepted that special status. For sure, if everything was normal, I would tell Amazonia here that La Republique is not meaning anything good to do any rerun of election anywhere. They are gullible politicians. They are greedy politicians. They want to have everything for themselves. And any rerun of any election in any of our local government area or counties is just merely to give legitimacy, a fake legitimacy of the special status that they want to implement by the end of this year. So it should be a warning to everyone who is going to stand out there to present himself as a candidate. And we are advising our population to stay home. There's nothing like it. There hasn't been anything like election. You all have seen the charade. They are conducting election in Ayaba Hotel. They are giving the victory to the fake winners in Ayaba Hotel. They are giving this whatever ceremony, handing over, taking of oaths for the newly elected mayors in Ayaba Hotel and UMVDA. Those are fake. Those are signs to tell you people that La Republique is going down to
Comrade Langme, I'm not cutting you short there. I need Ambazonians to know, both at home and in the diaspora, that there is nothing like special status. It is a name, it's a label that exists nowhere, because I don't know how you talk about a special status, and the mayors that run the local governments are being appointed. The mayor of Moyoka, for example, is a francophone. You went to Bamenda. The mayor of Bamenda too was appointed from Yaoundé. You go to Victoria. The mayor of Victoria is a francophone, not even Ambazonian. Is this the special status they want us to believe in? And then not to talk of their parliamentarians. Listen, fellow Ambazonians, There is nothing like special status. If one was there, we would not even accept it. There is nothing like elections going to take place in Ambazonia. So we should not even worry elaborating what people must do. We are shutting down Ambazonia on March the 22nd. Everybody should know that. We are shutting down Ambazonia for the entire period of their Cup of Nations. Nothing, no Cup of Nation festivities are taking place in Ambazonia. And the so-called Festac in Victoria, it is a non-event. It is not happening. Before you go, Comrade, let me get to the phone and take a few phone calls before you go. I have the first caller online. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. May I know where you're calling in from, please?
I'm calling from Atlanta in Georgia, USA.
Okay. And what is your question or contribution, sir?
Yeah, I would like to just let the people of Amazonia know that at this point in time, we should not take what is happening in our communities for a joke. These people don't mean well for us. You will remember that a few days ago, La Republique moved into Way and Isu in the Menchum County, arrested 3 men and 1 woman because they said their children are Amba fighters and they were summarily executed. They decimated our people in Fugon. They killed our people in Ngabu. They killed our people in Babanki. They are killing our people for no reason but the fact that they are Ambazonians and that they are relatives to some people they call Amba boys. I would like to advise Ambazonians, especially my brothers, my sisters, my fathers, and my mothers. You should avoid exposing yourselves in the gatherings of these people, because when you go there, anything can happen. I don't see any reason whatsoever any Ambazonian will go and sit under a canopy where Lele Lafrique is found. Because when they come after him, you heard what they said when they killed people in Gabo. They called our people collateral damage. They can come in and kill our people and call them collateral damage. They then turn around to try to stamp it down on the Amber boys. They turn around and try to say it was a bomb, some kind of explosion from fuel. But we want to say that collateral damages are not gonna happen only in Ambazonia. Going forward, if they come in and kill our civilian population, we will move into any La Republique community and decimate the exact or around that same number of civilians. That will be proportionate reaction. La Republique is the country that has signed international conventions, ratified the Geneva Convention, and so they should be the first people to respect the rules and engagements of law, of war. But they are not doing so. They are being barbaric. They are terrorizing our people.
All right. So thank you. I think we got the message. And I believe Ambazonians got the message.
Ambazonians should avoid amumezam. Don't risk your life with your money.
All right.
Amumezam bosses.
Thank you for the call. All right. Let's get another caller here. This is, I guess, coming from ground 1. Hello. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, when you call, before you call, make sure the volume of your television set or your computer from which you listen is turned down. So please do not call with the volume of your television or computer up. Turn it down before you call. If I pick your call and I get the echo in the background, I will just shut you off because I need to take other callers who are ready. All right, let me see who else is on the line. Okay. All right. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Secretary, please.
Good evening, sir. I guess you are calling in from ground zero. May I know where precisely on ground zero you are calling from, please?
I'm actually calling from La Republique, Douala.
Oh, La Republique. Okay. What is going on there today?
Oh, just the confusion of what took place in Amazonia and the neighboring Galim.
What are you hearing?
Oh, it is actually shocking down here. They think they can be attacked at any given moment, and there is actually fear in people on the streets.
I'm sorry, what is going on the streets?
People are actually talking about it, and the fear is that they don't know when it can be their own turn. That is actually the fear people have here.
Okay, okay. That is in Douala.
Yeah, in Douala.
Are people concerned? Are people there concerned that Bas took a responsibility for that attack, but La Republique is turning it against our people?
You know, except the people who are actually from Amazonian who think otherwise. Otherwise, the people here who are Francophones are thinking that Amazonians did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that piece of information. So they all think alike, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I want to send special warning to my people, the Ngokutuja County, especially those neighboring Galim, to actually, as you've reiterated, to leave, because we know the assault there will not be easy. Greeting to Comrade Lamia, who just left.
Okay, thank you. Comrade Lagme, do you have anything to add to this caller, please?
Yes, Secretary Chris, I know there was some technical failure sometime a little bit earlier. I was saying that the rerun of the election was about how to implement a special status that Dictator Bia will present to the world that, oh no, this special status has even been accepted by an opposition party that is even the chairman is from the southern from southern Cameroon. So no one should accept about any rerun. There hasn't been any election. I want to re-emphasize that to the hearing of everyone. There hasn't been any election in Amazonia. And I am equally calling on the population of Victoria and Boya to be very, very careful. And this message should equally go to the international community. Anyone flying to Victoria for any international competition or tournament, that person should be very, very aware that we are at war and anything can happen anytime, anywhere in southern Cameroon or in the northern in the southern Cameroon. They should be very, very aware that we are at war. They have to accept the fact that we are at war, and we are sending out this warning to everyone to be very careful coming into Amazonia.
All right. Okay. Let's get to the next caller. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. May we know where you're calling in from, please?
Yeah, this is Mr. Tanyue calling from Espoo, Finland.
Okay. And what is the contribution?
Actually, I don't know why we are dancing Bakwere dance. When we say the Francophones should leave, they should leave immediately. And if they don't leave, we have to force them to leave. Because what is keeping us now in this struggle is them. We can't move forward in this struggle if we still keep Francophones behind us, because they are the one dragging us. And this issue of, we shouldn't be afraid that La Republique is going to Ngokutunja to kill people. If they kill anybody in Ngokutunja, they should also make some kind of revenge to the Francophones in our country. That's all. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be pampering all the Francophones so that it will get a counter reaction and this thing will move forward. We shouldn't be like crying and struggling and they are just there. So my advice is, if anything happens, things have been happening. They've been killing people in Galim, killing people in Bamenda, and we just watch. No, we have to revenge this thing. When we balance the equation, then they will understand that we are speaking. Thank you so much, Secretary Chris. Good
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think most Ambazonians, the overwhelming majority of Ambazonians, they feel you and they think like you. And of course, we're not going to sit here on television to tell our public what we will do should they enter in Ketunjia and kill people in that community. We will not sit here and do so. But I think right now, at this time, they know what we're able to do. Comrade Lagme, please.
Yes, Secretary Chris, I will end my my discussion with you this evening by thanking all our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, brothers who have been bearing with us to see that Ambazonia is free. I want to tell them here again that the Ambazonia National Self-Defense Council is standing with them and praying very hard for them to see that freedom that they rightfully deserve. And we are going to do everything in our capacity to make sure Ambazonia is free. We want to encourage them to continue to be determined and to be focused to see that we all march to Buea as a free people singing our national anthem at the top of Mount Fako. We are here calling on all Ambazonians to believe in their freedom, believe in your freedom. I will equally throw a little bit of light on what the U.S. Diplomat Mr. Thabo Nagy said the other day. Listen, I want to make this clear to all Ambazonia. Mr. Thabo Nagy is a well-respected diplomat. We love him. He has been working so hard for Africa. We thank him for his service. But indeed, at this point, he never gave us arms to fight against injustice, and he's not going to take that arms away from us. He's not going to tell us the solution or give us the answer to this problem. They know the history. Mr. Thabo Nagy knows the history of Ambazonia better than even some Ambazonian. So they should force Mr. Biya to come on a negotiating table to negotiate the way forward with us, with Ambazonia. No one should be panicked with his word. He's not going to sit on TV and say that, no, we are going to give you guys freedom. Remember, freedom is never given to a people. We will take our freedom. Americans took their freedom from Great Britain, and Mr. Thabo Nagy is aware of that. I am telling Ambazonia, I am telling the government of America, we are going to take our freedom. If they will allow Biya to kill all of us, so be it. But we are not going to back down. We are not going to back out. We will make sure we chase La Republique out of Ambazonia to see our children have a better future. There's one
all
thing.
Right.
All those who are
thanks for
here.
that. Let me go ahead and take
all those. Secretary Chris, am I talking or you?
Yes, let me go ahead and get in the next caller, please.
Okay, all right. I will step out because I have something to do. So I thank you for having me on board.
Thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure as usual to have you. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Ambazonians.
Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary.
All right, I get to the next caller here. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from?
Hello. I'm calling from Switzerland, sir.
Okay. What is your contribution?
It is just an idea. Can you please try to get the Mr. Nagy to our ABC television set so that he can best explain to us where the Cameroon in brackets natural resources are and where they are situated, because he's saying we are too poor to be on our own. Now
we will love to have him, of course, on ABC, but unfortunately, I can assure you, no State Department official would come on ABC.
Yeah, but can you please try to get from him where he thinks those natural resources associated in Cameroon, put in bracket, are they not nearly 99% from in Amazonia?
Well, do you think?
Ourselves, we can take care of ourselves. That is my point.
No, absolutely, I get you. Nobody doubts that they know where the resources are, where the GDP for that country has come from for the last 50 years and counting. They know what is happening is by saying that America's policy is a unified Cameroon doesn't mean they are protecting Amazonia. They are protecting French Cameroon. And when they say they don't want a mini state that will live on loans, live on borrowing, they're not referring to Amazonia. They are referring to French Cameroon, because you cut off Amazonia, French Cameroon is left with nothing.
And then why are they so concerned about in Nigeria? That part of Nigeria will also get into crisis. Our life, I don't understand how fraudulent is this American or the politicians in general. We are losing people every day, and they are looking for excuses, telling us about sections in Nigeria, telling us about not being able to stand on our own, whereas everybody knows the truth. We are a blessed land. We have everything that we need. How can you go out there and say lies in the face of people so easily? It's
well, that's what it is. Thanks for the call. Let me get some other callers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just to tell you, listen, we are on our own. We would have to prove that we merit independence. We merit being on our own. We have to prove that we can fight. We can fight by ourselves before the international community would ever come to our assistance. If we think that getting our independence is going to be cheap, it is not going to be cheap, because the international community would prefer to see us fail and just have impunity going on in French Cameroon. They love that. But we have to deny them what they think should happen. We have to take it. It is in our power to take it. It is not in their power to give it to us. Let me get this next caller here. All right. Hello. Hello, good evening, sir. You are calling from Ground Zero. Where precisely on Ground Zero, please?
I'm calling from Goketunja.
Oh, you're calling from Goketunja? That is great. Tell us about the atmosphere there in Goketunja.
Secretary Chris, I just want to tell you something. Things are not going, but things are trying to be just as you know, but I don't mind about what anything is that it's going on there. But I want to tell you something.
Okay.
What I want to let you know is that what happened in Galim is we don't know about it. The Amazonia guys did not know about what happened in Galim, but the world is forcing us to start doing that. And we are I'm telling you that if they continue the way they are doing things to us and think that we leave them, we will act like that one day. But I'm assuring the world that any Amazonia did not do anything in Galim. They know what they did. They know what they did. So that is just a plan out.
Tell me, what is the feeling out there in Goketunja about a possible attack from French Cameroon?
My brother, I don't know what to say, but I want to tell you that the level is too high.
Are people beginning to move out from certain communities?
Yes, there are people that are going out. People are suffering. People are going out. Some are trying to, they don't even know what to do. When you are going down, you see people going up, the people are going down, they don't even know what they are confused. People are confused. If the world is doing nothing till today, then we don't really know what the world really wants. But I'm telling you that the plan is, if they continue like this, losing our people, these people will also go to the other side and attack them there. So they should feel what we are feeling. So that's the way forward and what we are going to do. And what you say that you people have to remove all this fentanyl from our land, you people are very correct, because these are the people that are doing bad. They are really doing bad. I don't even know what to say, but they have to go out. Even when we take our land back before they come in, no problem. But for now, they have to go.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the call, and we ask you, all of you in Ketunjia, to stay safe. Okay. All right. So the next caller from Ground Zero. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you turn down the volume of your set, please? Turn down the volume of your television and focus on your phone. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from? That is a bad caller with a bad network. Not a bad caller, but a bad network. Sorry about that. Hello.
Hello. Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from on Ground Zero? Bali Nyonga in Mezam. What is going on there, sir?
Yes.
Can you turn down the volume of your television, please? Please, when you call, you have to make sure the volume of your television is turned down. I can't take your call if you have your television in the background making noise and deflecting the calls. Okay. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Secretary Chris.
May I know where you're calling from on Ground Zero, please?
I am calling from Ground Zero, Secretary Chris. You must know that I'm calling from Ground Zero.
Yes, where precisely? What?
All right, I'm calling from the West region.
Okay, that's colonial territory. What is going on there, sir?
Yes. I must testify to you this evening, and authoritatively speaking, that there is already a great, tremendous fear within the Republique ranks.
Sorry, take it again. A great what?
I'm saying that there is a fear already within their ranks.
Okay.
Yes, from the acts of Galim.
Okay.
Since yesterday, they have not been able to celebrate their usual Women's Day as they used to do, as a charade. But yesterday, everything was very cool and calm. Everybody was just saying, we don't know where we're heading to. And they're already having that fear in their minds. But later, they didn't know that the bars were responsible for this act. Because some of them already know, they are aware, but they are afraid to speak it out. Because nowhere I am found, most of them, they are the bar supporters.
Okay. And what are the people in the West region saying about that incident? Because it directly affected them. What are you hearing from them?
A little of them have the courage to withstand the fact that the bars took the responsibility.
Yes.
Took the responsibility over that act in Galim. But without which, most of them, they still have bear in mind that our restoration forces took that took the act.
Okay. Now, it appears that from that attack, it was a mixed police gendarme attack. Was it a police station or a gendarmerie station?
It was a police station that was attacked.
But there were gendarmes. There were gendarmes killed.
But I learned that there was a police station that was attacked.
But there were gendarmes among the dead. Am I correct?
Yes, the victims were mixed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks for the call. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
All right, sir.
All right. Fellow Ambazonians, those of you on ground zero, ABC will appreciate video footages of events, incidents on ground zero from you. So if you are videoing any event and you want to send the video, the footage to ABC, this is how you take the photograph. You hold your camera like this, your phone like this, not like this. Not like this, but you hold it landscape in the landscape format. When you hold it in the landscape format and you take videos, then we have a full screenshot of your video when it is played. But when you carry it like this to take footages, you only have a little segment of the screen having the footage when it is played on real television like this one. So we are soliciting for your help when you get to events and things are happening and you want videos for ABC. Hold your camera like this in the landscape to take the videos that we can use on ABC, and just text me or forward it to me. We will deeply appreciate that. I have about 3 minutes more before I go. Let me take a few more callers here. This is ground zero. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
May I know where you're calling in from, please?
From Momo County.
From Momo County. Okay. What is going on in Momo?
Well, we are just there, just ghost town, and a lot of our forces just disturbing the civilians.
What do you mean by a lot of our forces just disturbing the civilians?
Like the civilian is not encouraging with the forces.
Precisely where?
In Momo.
No, Momo is a big county made up of, I think, 5 LGAs. Tell me precisely where the forces are disturbing the population.
In Bengui.
In Bengui, okay. Now you are making sense now. So tell me what you have witnessed.
Well, a lot of them is that they are the civilians protesting against the ambas.
Yes, I'm hearing you. I think I lost that caller. Okay. Before I go, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to try Clister in London at the Britain police station, where 3 of our comrades were picked up today at a London rally. They were arrested by the London police, and all the protesters, Southern Cameroon protesters who were on the streets in London, they moved to that police station, and they have been there for the rest of the day. It is about I think after 8 or 7:30. It is either 7:30 or 8:30 in London at this time, and I would like to get back to Clister, who is at the police station with a camera. Clister, can you hear me, please?
Sister Chris. Oh, Sister Chris, give me a few minutes. I just walk away. Let me go to where everyone is.
Okay, and I can actually hear you 5 on 5. So yes, go ahead. Move to where the people are. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind all of you Ambazonians, now for the USA, the rally that is coming up at the weekend, Million Man March. Million Man March. We are looking for something, a rally bigger than what you find on your screen right now. What you see on your screen is the last rally that took place in Washington, D.C. a year ago. This time we are looking to triple the numbers you find in this footage. So if you are anywhere in continental USA, Washington, D.C., awaits all of us. Washington, D.C. awaits all of us. So please, you are anywhere in the USA, please, Washington, D.C., all routes lead to Washington, D.C. Today was London. What you are watching on your screen right now was London today. This was London today. The streets of London today filled with Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians protesting before the Commonwealth head of state in London. And as we learn, 3 of our comrades were arrested during that protest, and they are now at the police station in London. So the protest in London has taken a different turn, and all our protesters, all the Ambazonians who were protesting at the Commonwealth headquarters in London, they have now moved to the Britain police station in downtown London, protesting, demanding the release of our 3 comrades. Right now, I have Clister joining me live, ladies and gentlemen, from the streets of London, precisely, I guess, from the police station. Clister, please, thanks for joining me again. Tell me what is going on right now. Are those 3 comrades still in custody?
Yes, Secretary Chris, they are still in custody. Like I said earlier, the constable is here. They keep telling us that we should keep calm, we should be quiet, we should be patient, that they are following their procedures to release the comrades. But at the moment, we went into their office, we were singing and dancing, and they told us to wait outside, that if we stay in there, they won't be able to hear the people they are interviewing. So we are still here. Many comrades have joined us. They've watched the plea for all those around London to join us at Brixton Police Station. So some comrades have joined us, and the crowd is increasing. And yes, we are still here. I don't know if you can see. This is the Brixton Police Station. Let me see if I get the crowd there.
Okay.
I'll try to move away. Yes, that
is the crowd. The crowd. I am looking at the crowd. Are they indoors or outside?
They are outside. They are somehow at the veranda of the police station. We were inside for a moment, and they gave us the assurance, and which I think was just a way to get us out of their building. So we are now currently outside by the door. So they have called in some other police officers into work. So far we've noticed about 5 police officers have come in, and they're trying to contain our energy. But we've told them that we are not here for any other reason but for them to release and they've asked us that if their procedure is going to take to tomorrow, are we willing to stay here? And we said yes. We will not. Our protest today did not have to end here. Our protest was at Westminster Abbey and the front of the Commonwealth office. We are only here because they arrested 3 of our comrades. So we've made it clear to them that the only reason we are still here is that they are keeping our comrades. And until they release our comrades, we will remain here.
About how many of you are still there protesting? Because I believe some have left and gone home. Do you have more people coming back to join?
Yes. Initially, when I spoke to you, we had just about 18 people. At the moment, we are almost 30 at the police station.
Good. Well, if there is nothing else to add to that, I believe by tomorrow we should know what happened. Do you have any other thing to add?
Yes, Secretary Chris. I'll just say that by tomorrow we'll update on the ADC Facebook page as the story develops and the outcome we'll have from the protest today. So keep tuned on ADC Amber TV and on our Facebook page and the website and on YouTube, and you will get all the updates of this event.
All right, all right. Please, you guys remain safe out there. I want to believe that before I want to believe in the next few hours they should release those two comrades and allow them go back home and have all of you return home. Thank you, Clayster. That was a wonderful reporting from you. I didn't know you are such a good live reporter.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Our greeting fellow Ambazonian remain strong.
All right. All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it from London, where our three comrades were arrested today during the protests in London. They are still being held at the police station, and Ambazonians are still gathered there protesting for their release. And again, I will ask that if you are Ambazonian living in London, please join those at that Britain police station. Join the comrades there and be in solidarity with our three comrades who are in detention right now in London. Stay there until they are all freed. I will leave in a few minutes, but I promise reading some of your messages through WhatsApp, and I would like to read this one. It says, this is a piece of information coming in. Reverend Kepsi Peter, pastor in the Widekum area, was shot and killed along with 7 others at the church premises yesterday. Widekum is next to the Mogamo community where we had been doing Bible translation. The Cameroon military had taken over a church in the area and are using it as their base, as their camp. The Cameroon military taking over a church in the Widekum community, and they are using the church as their camp. They are responsible for killing so many villagers, including a number of church leaders in the Widekum community. That is what the Republique is doing in that community. Now, let me see if there are other comments here. Now I'm reading this. This person says some heavily armed men who say they are restoration forces are killing the Amber boys and burning their family houses. Now it doesn't tell us where this is happening. It doesn't tell us where that is happening. This other. Let me see. All right, I guess there are not any more messages to read. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day. I hope that this has been inspirational. I would like to call it a day here, but I'd like to remind you before I go, if you live in Germany, mark your calendar for Potsdam. Mark your calendar for Potsdam for May the 2nd, a great grand gathering of the Southern Cameroon community in Potsdam, Germany for May the 2nd. Mark your calendar. Of course, also mark your calendar for this weekend, Thursday, March the 12th, at the Press Center in Washington, D.C., And of course, Friday, March 13th, for the Million Man March, the Million Man March. Of course, also remember March the 15th, which means this coming Sunday, Ambazonians of the Catholic faith shall be reading prayers in every one of their community and churches where they belong to raise awareness for what happened in Ngarbo. So please, these are very, very critical events coming up. And let me just remind you, our comrades in London, they are still gathered at that London police station demanding freedom for 3 of our comrades who were arrested by the London police today during the rally in London. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Look forward to being with you again sometime during the week, if not before Friday. That should be on Friday, and I look forward to seeing all of you, fellow Ambazonians, all of you in Washington, D.C. And I want to remind you, I am going to bring you this piece of music that you will love so much by Pastor Sama John in the Washington, D.C. area. I was trying to bring him up live today to talk about this piece of music, and he just couldn't find time to be here, but I plan to talk a little more on it by bringing him on the show next time that I come up. In the meantime, stay blessed and good night.
Oh, Almighty Father, Papa, now you love me so, and you know my name. I give you glory, Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. You know my name, oh Daddy, yeah. You know me, you know my name. I can see your hand in my life. Lord, I see your love upon me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. I dey hear your voice in my heart. Lord, I feel your love over me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the pillow. Abba Father, you know my name. Papa, you know me. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Jesus, your love, now oh. My master, your kindness, now wonder oh. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. Jesus, you say I be a picking no. Jesus, you say your love go cover me. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I look around, now you are the pillow. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, yeah. You know me, you know my name. Papa, you know my name, oh. Hey. You know me, you know my name. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele.
We are no fools on the hill. My people are no fools on the hill. You must learn, my people, go, so we can rule from Cape to Cairo. You must free my people's hands, so we can rule our purpose land. I wanna know who owns the land. Who wanna know who owns the land? Okay, now listen carefully. Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen.